everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa, for those of you who don't know. And for today's video, I'm going to tell you guys how to work with cream products if you are an oily gal or guy out there. And I have super oily skin, and I used to hate working with cream products because I felt like they just sat on my skin. They made my skin feel like really heavy. You kind of saw all of that texture, and that is just something I did not like. So I'm going to show you guys how it works for my super oily skin. So before we get started into that portion of the video, I just want to ask you guys, if you do like what you see, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe before you go. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So as you guys could see, I basically already have my base done. So I do have a little bit of cream eyeshadow on. Literally all I did was use the Lorac. These are just the little pots, I guess. I don't think they have an actual name. I used the shade Lace and the shade Velvet. Just threw that on my eyelid just for a little something. Then I did throw on some Milk Kush mascara, and then for lips I did go in with the House Labs lipstick in the shade Dust, along with one of my favorite glosses. This is the Fenty Fussy. So very simple. And let's get into some cream products. So I have a bunch of cream products. I've been testing out a lot of cream products. So I already do have my primer, foundation, concealer. I did not set my face, so my face is still very tacky, which if you are oily, that is like not a good thing. I need to set my face. So I'm just gonna go and show you guys what I do have as far as cream products that I actually really do like. So first things first, almost dropped it. I do have the KKW contour stick. I specifically like this for contouring. So if you want a good contour stick, the contour is amazing. The highlight is good too, but not one of my favorites. But this contour stick is amazing. You do get more so a cooler side, and then you do get more so of a warmer side. So I really like this for contouring. I have used this on my channel before, and I have really liked it. So I'm gonna link a video up above for you guys just featuring all of the KKW products. I did do a full video on that, so I'm not going to use that today. I have also used the Huda Beauty Tan Tour Contour Cream Bronzer. Mine is in the shade medium, and y'all, this is really dark. Like, you literally only need, you guys could see, like a dab, like literally, and that is it with this, because it is so pigmented. And this actually is not a good match for me right now. This is more so summer, especially because I'm so pale right now. So not going to be going in with this, but this is really good too. I use this for contouring and a little bit of bronzing as well. Again, you just need a little bit of it. If you go in with too much, it is going to look a little bit more so muddy. Some product, like the rest of the products that I'm going to be talking about, my absolute favorite. So first I do have the Milk Makeup. This is just the mini size of the bronzer. This one is in the shade Baked. I really do like this. What I recommend when going in with this is I would definitely go in with a stippling brush. So I would go in with something like this, and then I would sort of just go like this on the product and then stipple it into my skin. Reason being is because I don't really like drawing on my face. I find that it's a little too harsh. So if you go like this and then blend it onto your face, stipple it onto your face, it looks so much better. I did use this in another video recently, so I'm not going to go ahead and use this one. But I am going to go ahead and use, this is by Tarte. This is the Breezy Cream Contour. This one is in the shade Seychelles. Love this. I use this for bronzing, contouring. It is just so good. And I do have the brush that goes with it. It is so good, very easy to blend out. If you guys can't get this brush, then I would definitely go in with a stippling brush. Again, just dab it in there and then stipple that on. Or you could even use a beauty blender. But I really love this brush. Like, it is literally the perfect shape to get right on in there and then blend everything out. It is amazing. And then last cream product that I'm going to talk about today are the Fenty cream blushes. I actually really like them. I have used them before. So specifically, I did use this shade, the shade Strawberry Dip. Really like it. It's really beautiful. I have the shade Crush on Cupid, which is a really pretty like pink color. So I'll show you guys the two shades side by side. We have Strawberry Dip and then Crush on Cupid. So this one's more pink, this one's a little bit more on like the corally side. So today I'm gonna go ahead and use this because I already did use this on my channel, and I wanted to show you guys what I usually do. Oh, I almost forgot. So I also am going to talk a little bit more about cream highlighters. A few other highlighters that I actually do like. I love the Gerard Cosmetics BB Cream Illuminator. That is really, really good if you are more so on the dry side. You can apply that on your face and then put foundation over it, and it just gives you such a pretty glow. I'm actually going to go in with the Marc Jacobs. This is the Spotlight Glow Stick. I haven't used this in a while, so I want to go ahead and use this today. I was just looking at like everything that I have, and I was like, oh, let's go ahead and try this out right here. So let's get on into it, shall we? So I'm gonna go in with the bronzer again. This is the cream bronzer. This is the Breezy Cream Bronzer by Tarte. This is in the shade Seychelles. All I'm gonna do is just take that brush, dip it in there, and you guys could see it's pretty nicely coated. And I'm just going to tap. So you guys could see it did come on a little bit. I'm just going to tap this out. I like to go in lighter motions. I like to really build this up rather than go ham and like apply too much. I have done that before. If you do that, then it's not necessarily like a bad thing. It does blend out really easily. It just, I like to kind of gradually build that up. So I'm just like stippling that in with like but also doing little rubbing motions. So you could see that nice cream bronzy look. I use this for bronzer and like a little bit of contouring because I am going right in that one specific area just to make myself a little bit more snatched. But I am just doing the perimeters of my face. Again, you can see I'm working in like little sections. So I'm not swiping. I'm more so just tapping. Then just taking a little bit more and going right here. When you ever cream contour, bronze, or anything like that, you always want to go in an upward motion. You never want to drag down because you don't want your face looking like droopy. You always want your face looking up and lifted. So I am just tapping this out, making it seem like I have been at the beach when I've just been stuck home. I think this is just such a gorgeous shade. It matches me perfectly. This one is the middle one, I believe. They do have, I think, 2 other shades, and then I'm just gonna go lightly underneath my chin area just to get me looking snatched. All right, so we have the bronzer on. I feel like it was super easy to blend, literally just tapping that in. You do not need a lot of this. That is how good this is. So next, let's go in with the blush, so shall we? I'm so excited to test this one out. I actually have not used this color before. Again, this is the shade Crush on Cupid. I have used her cream products before, and they're actually really nice. So again, I'm just going to take a stippling brush, and I'm just going to dab my brush in there. You guys could see there is some color. And then what I like to do is smile and then just lightly tap. Again, you want to go in stippling motions, and it just gives such a nice, gorgeous flush to the face. And if you want something more light like I did, you could definitely leave it at this, or you can really build this up because this gets very intense. You can rub a little bit like I have been, but I like to do more so stippling motions. And then if you apply too much, I did do that when I first tried this out. I applied too much. All you have to do is just take another like clean stippling brush and then just brush out the edge if you want. But I actually like how this looks. I feel like it just gives such a nice color. And what I like to do, what I've learned, is I kind of go ham at the beginning. So right now this could look super intense, but we're gonna have to set our face because if not, I'm gonna be an oily mess. So I don't mind applying too much right now because I feel like when I apply powder, it kind of tones it down a little bit. Okay, sorry guys, we did move a little bit. I opened up my window and I moved you guys a little bit closer to the light in the back, so hopefully that can brighten me up a little bit because I was getting a little dark. So this is what we have so far, we have that nice bronze, we have the blush, looks gorgeous, but let's go into a little bit of highlighter. So I'm gonna go in with this highlighter. I like to just go in with my finger, get that on my finger, and then just tap that on the high points of the cheeks. So this isn't like super intense when you first apply it, but you can make it pretty blinding. And I have to say, these products, especially these that I am using right now, don't feel heavy on my skin. They don't accentuate my pores. They just look really nice. And I feel like I am really oily, so I want something that isn't going to make me feel like I have something sitting on my skin. Because when I feel like I have something sitting on my skin, I'm like, oh, I don't like this. I'm going to apply a little bit on the brow bone. I'm obsessed. I'm taking a little bit and dabbing it like all over the chin just to give me a nice little shine. But nothing super intense. Then I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit above the arch. Don't mind my brows not being done. I'm doing another video after this testing out the new Tarte. So that is why my brows are not done right now. Okay, so we have this on, and now we're going to set the face because I can already feel it. My face feels tacky and I don't like that. So I'm just going to go in with the Huda Beauty Pound Cake Powder. You can go in with any powder. I've done this with literally any powder. So I'm just going to take my sponge, dip into it, and set my entire face. I don't like to leave any place like not set because I am oily. I'm literally just setting. If you are dry and you don't want to set your face, I would just go in and then just apply like your bronzer and blush on top. So you can totally skip this step if you're somebody who does not like to powder like I do. And then what I'm going to do, because I like to use a different powder underneath my eyes, I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder and taking that on my sponge, dabbing out my creases because I did have my concealer on for a while, dabbing them out and setting my under eyes. All right, so what we're gonna do next is, I feel like I lost a little bit of that blush. Totally normal. I'm just gonna take whatever is left over on this brush, the stippling brush, and then just stipple a little bit more on. So because this kind of dried down a little bit, I feel like it's not as tacky. And I also feel like this kind of helps with the longevity of it as well, because blush, sadly for me, it goes away very fast. So if you guys don't want to do that and you want to add a little bit more, then you can just go any blush that you do have. So I have the Jouer blush. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of that pink and just top it off a little bit. This is really good if you are, again, oily, or if you are somebody who, when you put on blush towards like the middle of the day, it's gone. This is actually a really good trick because you kind of have like 2 layers on it. It does not feel heavy at all, which is like amazing. Next, we are going to go in with the L'Oreal. This is the Lumi bronzer, and I'm going to go in with a stippling brush, get some of that product on there and just apply a little bit. This is more so to set that bronzer, even though we already did set with the powder. I'm super oily, so my skin does not mind all of this powder. And then what you want to do is, because you did go ahead and use some of that cream bronzer on your like chin area, you want to go ahead and set that, because otherwise it is going to move around. And then I just take another stippling brush and then just blend all of that together. That is it, guys. That is literally all that I do when I use a cream product. I actually really like using cream products and then a little bit of powdered products right on top just to really set my entire face. Again, you could totally skip setting your face with a powder, but because I'm super oily, I have to. So as you guys saw, what I did with the powder that really does help me is I did apply a light layer all over my face, but I applied more of that powder to where I didn't have the bronzer or the blush or the highlight. So I really like focused right here and then right here, basically where I'm super oily, while doing a light coating all over my face. But if you do go in with an additional bronzer or blush, that just gives a little bit more of that extra coverage, because I don't know about you, but sometimes bronzer and blush can disappear throughout the day. I don't know, it just soaks into my skin. So I do like applying that second layer of it, but then of course going in with that dry cream that was on the blush really does disperse a lot more of that product as well, and it's not going to be super tacky. But I do like doing a little bit of both just because I am pretty extra. But you guys could see like my highlight is still there, very natural looking. I feel like most cream highlighters are more so on the natural side. If you want to add a little more, I would just lightly tap and then just add a little bit more. I usually, when I use a cream, I'm noticing that, okay, it's not going to be as blinding as, let's say, a powder. You could totally go over it with a powder if you want, but I was just in the mood for more so of a natural-ish highlight. So that is all that I do, guys. I know it's super simple. A lot of you guys are probably like, oh, but it's really just super easy. This has worked for me using cream products. I've been testing out a lot. I've been using it a lot just to find something that really worked for my super oily skin. And I found that all of the layers, it doesn't feel heavy on my face, but then it really prolongs the longevity of the cream products that I did use. So yeah, that is it, guys. I hope that you all did enjoy this video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Also, don't forget to subscribe before you go if you did like what you saw, so you can be part of the ATFB fam. ATFB, all things fashion and beauty, and hit that post notification bell so you can get notified of all my future uploads. I usually do upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 p.m. EST. But that is it, guys. I hope that you guys are doing well and safe, and I will see you guys in a few days in my next video. Bye!